What's going on, guys? My name is Sean Arnold and welcome to the first episode of Theory Crafting. This is going to be a series where which I'm going to run alongside my online ranked series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, where I'm just going to show some of the things which I'm working on behind the scenes. Now, since starting my series, or my online ranked series, I've always been trying to make new decks, trying to make new strategies to keep the channel entertaining and keep it fresh for people to watch stuff. However, sometimes I run into these really just these brick walls which I just can't overcome, and it's something which has always happened to me when I've played this game. Often I will see a certain card and I'll think to myself, that's interesting. How could I maybe incorporate that into a strategy? How could I make that into a whole entire deck? And often I will see the synergy between certain cards kind of almost instantly, but then I just fail to just make it into an entire deck. And that's what this is going to be about, really. It's just going to be about me showing some of the stuff which I'm working on. Maybe it might mean that as I do the online ranked duels, I might have to kind of replay some of my old decks, which is a good thing to do, to be honest. Even if it isn't the most entertaining thing to watch, it's always good to replay your old decks to see what other people are doing. And there's tons of things which I've learned that I feel like I can change about my older decks in order to make them better than they already are. So this won't take over the online ranked series. This is just going to run alongside of it. There might not be an episode of this every day because there's only so many decks or so many ideas that I run into the problem of finishing. However, there will be a couple for the next couple of days of the week, so let me know how it goes. Anyway, on to today's theory crafting session. I saw a card recently called Card Advance, and I thought it was quite interesting, and it was a type of card, or the type of effect, which I thought should have always been useful, but I never see anyone making use of it. So maybe I'm just wrong, maybe it's actually just a terrible effect, but I think it's got potential. Card Advance is as follows. Look at the top 5 cards, look at up to the 5 cards from the top of your deck, then place them on the top of the deck in any order. You contribute summon one monster in addition to your normal summon / set this turn. You can only gain this effect once per turn. Now, I'm mostly focusing on the first part of the effect, the ability to excavate the top 5 cards of your deck and rearrange them in any order. There are other cards which have been like this before. Where is he? There's a guy named Big Eye, who I always thought was underplayed. Where is Big Eye? There he is. Big Eye is literally just look at the top 5 cards from the top of your deck and then place them on top of your deck in any order. Both Big Eye and both Card Advance I think are kind of underused. I think there's a lot of potential. It reminds me of this thing which people like to talk about, which isn't really an ethical use, but it's called stacking. And people would purposely put certain cards to go into a certain order when they are shuffling their decks in order to increase the likelihood. For example, someone might put MST along with Ragiki together, so that if they draw them both, then you can clear a spell trap card, and then you can clear all your opponent's monsters. Now, I'm not looking to cheat, I'm not looking to stack my deck or anything, but I think by using an effect like Big Eye, you should be able to set some really crazy combos. And I'm going to just quickly show some of the stuff which I've come up with so far. First of all, Archfiend's Oath, another card which I think is underused and underrated, and it's really quite simple. It's a continuous spell card, and once per turn, for the cost of 500 life points, you can declare one card name. Then you pick up the top card of your deck, and you can add it to your hand if it's the right name, or you have to send it to the graveyard. I think, personally, having it sent to the graveyard isn't really too bad of a deal, unless it's a spell or trap card. But being able to just call out the name of one card and add it to your hand, and you don't actually lose this card. It's a continuous effect, so every turn you can use it once unless it gets destroyed. I think it's a really powerful effect, and when you combine it with stuff like Big Eye or Card Advance, you can really set up some crazy combos, especially if you have multiple copies of Archfiend's Oath. I've only got 2 of them right now. I need to get the 3rd one when I can hopefully pull one in a pack or so, or if I can find one in someone's deck recipe. So Archfiend's Oath works really well. Then there's also Pot of Duality, which everybody loves. Pot of Duality, if you don't know what it is that you get to pick up the top 3 cards of your deck and add one to your hand. So you could play Card Advance, you can look at the top 5 cards of your deck, put the one that you think is going to be most useful from the 5, then use Pot of Duality to go and grab it, so that you kind of give yourself a better chance of getting that key card that you need. Then there's also Upstart Goblin. I think Upstart Goblin works really, really well for a deck like this, or any real card that allows you to draw would work really well here. So the idea would be that you either use Big Eye or you use Card Advance, then put Upstart Goblin to the top, then use Archfiend's Oath to call Upstart Goblin, then when you get Upstart Goblin, play Upstart Goblin, and then you can draw into whatever card you put after that. I think there's potential for this deck. I think there's really, I think it can be used really, really well. I've tried some decks before. I tried to make a Destiny Hero Diamond Dude Turbo deck. If I show you Diamond Dude, one moment. I tried doing so, but it just really lacked the power. I have used a Destiny Hero deck here before, which used focus on getting Plasma out, and that works really, really well. But I can't run Plasma in this deck because I just don't generate the field presence in order to run him. But Diamond Dude works really, really well in that his effect is that you can look at the top card on your deck, and if it's a normal spell card, send it to the graveyard, and then you get to activate it for free. So if it's Raigeki, then you get to use Raigeki for free. If it's Allure of Darkness, then you get to use that. Better effects will be ones with cost like Destiny Draw. If I can see Destiny Draw, should be around here somewhere. Where are you, Destiny Draw? D-Draw, up. There it is. Discard one Destiny Hero card, draw 2 cards. It works really well with him because you don't have to pay the cost because you're not actually activating the card. So you don't have to discard anything and you just get to draw 2 cards for free. Similarly, effects like Soul Charge or Pot of Duality don't have their limitations effect because they are in response to being activated. So if you use Destiny Hero Diamond Dude and do Pot of Duality, you can still special summon that turn, even though you're using that effect from the graveyard because you didn't actually activate the card. So I really think there's some potential here for this type of strategy. I just can't get my head around it just yet. So if you guys have any ideas on how to maybe make a deck out of this or have any suggestions, please let me know. I will definitely listen to them and take them on board, and hopefully in the near future I can have a deck built around this kind of strategy that's ready to show off and go on into some online ranked duels. So thank you for watching as always. Much love, take care, and goodbye.